When I was 10 years old, 4 days after my 10th birthday, my dad passed away of an overdose. My parents got divorced when I was 3, so my dad was never really around. And I guess that kind of could have been a clue because I never really saw him struggle with his addiction. I knew that he had drinking problems and that he smoked, but I never really knew the full extent of it. So whenever he did pass away, I was completely taken aback. I didn't ever think that I would be one of those people who lost their father. I never thought that that could happen to me. From that, I kind of fell into a depression, started to get anxiety about just who else would leave, who else would possibly pass away in the future. And I just kind of felt empty inside and lonely, I guess. And I felt like there was really never gonna be a way out of those feelings. You know, as a young girl, losing her father, that's a really hard experience. So I always kind of had a passion for addiction and recovery, and that always just was a topic that weighed really heavily on my heart. So fast forward to CIY, which is a summer camp that my church goes to. I was kind of looking for something to do more. I wanted to kind of grow in my faith, and I thought that might just be using my passion for music to maybe audition for worship team. And I thought that was a really great place to start, but as I kind of went throughout the week, I heard a little voice in the back of my head saying, you can do more, you're being called to do more. So I thought about it and I prayed about it a lot, and about the 3rd day, we learned about a girl who started a fundraiser to raise money for a condition that her dad suffered with. And that kind of hit close to home because the thought of me being able to help people like my dad, when my dad wasn't the person who could have the help, really seemed interesting to me, and it really helped me to make that decision because I thought that I was being called to do more. So it was really cool that I could kind of show my faith in that way. So at first, I really had no idea what I was doing. Whenever you start to plan something like this, you think that it's crazy. You think that someone like you, someone as young as you, someone as inexperienced as you, couldn't possibly even come close to the things that you hear others accomplish. But I sat down and I talked with some really close friends. I talked with my parents about it. I talked with our youth pastors, with small group leaders, and most importantly, I talked with God about it. And I prayed about it day and night, in and out, because this was just really something that I felt so passionate about. I was so drawn to the idea of not only being able to profess my faith, but do it in such a way that it could benefit people like my dad. So we kind of started to think about it, and the idea for Arts Against Addiction came to surface.